So boxers or briefs?
I thought I was going to have to go through all three.
Okay, you're doing good so far. There's a test at the end. Boxers or briefs?
Oh, thong doesn't count.
Your name?
Ivan?
Ivan. So, Ivan, tell us what you got here.
Well, I tell you, I got some birds, as you can see. And
Are those dead birds? Are they live birds?
they will become live once I charge the batteries, yes. They will become alive.
Now, are those have flapping wings or no?
No, actually, they're fixed wings, and they're electric. As you can see, they all have little electric motors. And that's it. They just basically have another camber that, makes them fly, and they're very stable. Yeah.
Very good, very good. And you got a couple of foamies here?
Yeah, a little foamy here. Something I guess you can take off from snow or just throw it up in the air. Yeah.
This thing looks like it might go on anything.
Probably. Yeah, I thought it was a little tiny boat, but no, it's not. It looks like.
Let me ask you something, Ivan. Are these the things you came here for?
Well, some of them are. Some of them are just. I'm interested in them. These seem like very. I don't know if you can see them, but they look very realistic. Look at that. There's the eagle and the owl. Look at that. So yeah. They just,
that looks like silkscreen.
Yeah, we're gonna give them a try. See how they fly.
Okay, so it looks like you had a fun day here. Let me see if we can get that back to you.
Definitely.
All right. Thanks for stopping and saying hello, Ivan. Thank you so
guys.
much.
Thank you very much. You have a great day.
Hi there. So I happen to know who you are.
Yes, sir.
The handsome devil, Larry.
Yep, that's me.
So what did we get today?
Just bought a few props. I'm not done yet. I'm going back in. I'm going to take this stuff out to the car and come back in.
You're not kidding me. You're going to the ATM, right?
No, I got like $1,000 in my pocket, dude. No.
All right. I'm going to follow you around then. All right. Well, come back and see me when you got the booty.
The booty? Yeah.
So I've been looking for a heli guy because I'm a half a heli guy. Your name?
Chris Booth.
Chris, that is really cool looking, man. So, tell me what you got here.
So this is like a 60-sized Raptor. It's been crashed, and what we're going to do is find some parts and resurrect it. And it's fully aerobatic capable, fly upside down, just as happy as right side up. And
So now, okay, obviously this is a glow. What size is the motor?
all right, so the motor in this would be a 60 size.
That's because you said 60 size, and I'm too stupid to pay attention. That's what happened there.
Oh yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
So this looks like it's missing a few guys, bits and pieces. But so about how old is this? Did you say?
This is probably from early 2000s.
Nice. Were you actually looking for something like this when you came today?
Not really looking for it. Just too good of a deal to pass up. So.
All right. So what thing you need to know is I'm trying to do a little bit of serious content today. This is called the Planker Channel. It's a comedy YouTube RC channel. That's a pretty mixed up thing. So I'm going to ask you some really stupid questions.
I might have some really stupid
All right. So you remember when they used to have the desert island mixed? If you were stuck on a desert island, what music would you bring? Okay. So if you were stuck on a desert island, would it be airplane, helicopter, or multi-rotor?
I'm going to have to say airplane because the helicopter has a pretty quick chance of meeting its doom, so the airplane would keep me entertained for a while.
Okay. Airplane. Awesome. So balsa or foam?
Oh, balsa guy all the way.
Okay. So far, we got ding, ding, ding here. Gas, glow, electric?
Definitely gas or glow.
All right, so hold on there for a second. Let me ask you a silly question. So the glow motors are called glow because of the glow plug. Right. Gasoline motors have a spark plug. How come we don't call them sparks?
I don't know.
Something to think about. Does your wife know you're here today?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, so you don't have to hide that.
My wife is the best. She supports this pretty much all the way.
All right, so how about this? Boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
All right. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. All right, so look at the catch I got. They said there wasn't going to be any celebrities here today, but I found one. We've got Kevin from FEEFALL RC podcast. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All right. Where's your compadre?
He's not here.
That's it's pretty deep.
But you know that. But he had family issues. Well, he has family issues, and he's not here because he has family things to do.
All right, so we'll just take that as we'll just. Nah, nobody's gonna see this. It's just me and you. I'm doing this. I'm gonna take this home with me and watch it over and over again, but nobody's gonna see it.
Okay.
So did you buy anything at the swap meet?
I did.
What'd you get?
I bought a servo tester
Oh, dude, that's so cool. Look at that.
for testing servos. You know what happened with my last servo tester? I hooked the battery up wrong and I blew up the servo that I was trying to test. And unfortunately, it was a $30 servo. So now I need to find a battery tester first, so I can test the battery before I put it in the.
So you need to test the battery before you can hook it to the tester for the servo, so you can test the servo.
Yeah, because I don't the red and black wires. I don't know what they are. I get those confused all
Well,
the time.
the black one's not red and the red one's not black.
Right, but they don't know what color they are.
So did you see anything you wanted to get but didn't buy?
I saw a few things that I wanted, and I was a little. I don't know. I come to these events thinking, I'm not gonna walk away with anything crazy, but I'm also not going to pay top dollar. And there were a few things I was like, I only got $100.
So since this is the Planker channel and we can't take ourselves too serious, I've got a list of questions for you.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so remember back in the day they used to have the desert island mix. If you were stuck on a desert island, what would your music be?
Okay.
So we're going to do that with aircraft. So airplane, helicopter, multi-rotor.
Desert Island. I would definitely have my Sukhoi airplane, my Park Zone Sukhoi. I love that plane.
I only get one pick. So airplane is your answer is airplane.
Oh no, then my answer is 690.
Heli.
Helicopter, yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. So boxers or briefs?
I thought I was gonna have to go through all three. I'm a hybrid.
You're a hybrid?
Yeah.
Indian?
I wear boxer briefs.
All right. Dare I ask, cut or uncut?
I don't even know. I'd have to check. You got a minute?
Give me a minute. We'll do that off camera.
All right.
I don't know how to do this microphone. At least I'm never hitting the face with the very good.
phone like some people do.
It's gonna be like
When they interview.
it's gonna be like an ELO show here. So anyway, and you can tell I got no voice. So the perfect day for me to talk to people. I can't speak, and and I have the perfect voice for radio. You have the perfect face for radio.
Thank you. I've always thought that.
So how's the podcast, dude? You guys are what, 110 episodes now?
Yeah, 110. Yep.
All right. God, that's a lot of talking.
That's a lot of sitting.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting one night to talk, and then I'm sitting another, sometimes 2 nights to edit. So
You find it? Do you guys have a hard time coming up with content, meaning topics?
no, and that's a great question because Steve does all of the guest lineup, and he's really taken over this whole listener series, and I love it because we interview people that listen to the show now, and we get to find out their story and their background. And for me, as a listener of the podcast too, sort of like now I know who they are, and when I go to swap events or swap meets or whatever, I say hi and talk to them, and it's like just growing the family. It's amazing.
Yeah, I gotta say, when I first saw the listened to the first episode of, and I'm like, oh man, I don't know, this doesn't sound good. Maybe they're running out of ideas, but it was very entertaining, and I wanted to see the second one. It's good.
Yeah, it's been great. No, and we intertwine that with guys that want to promote events or manufacturers that want to come on and talk about their stuff.
Newsflash, I know that we communicated the other day, this year's FEEFALL RC Helifest at Tri-County RC is going to be an overnight event.
Yeah. Yep. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but I'm hoping for the best.
Think of it, this is number 3. This is year 3. I remember the first year we did it, and it was just basically about a dozen guys that liked flying heli showed up,
Well, we had one guy the first year from Michigan that drove out, our buddy Nick, and we had Ed Johnson and his crew from New York that came out, which was amazing. And then the second year, we had guy Frank from Miami who flew up, and then we had the Diamantes come down from upstate New York there, and Diamante's just a kick-ass pilot. So there was just a lot of great pilots, and Chris Robert showed up the first year, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, at our home club, Kevin and I are in the same club, Tri-County RC. And I think the 2 awesome events now at our club is Helifest, and I think it's going to be the Summer's End Fun Fly, which we did the first one this year. That was a lot of fun, so I'm going to do another one next year. That was because we had an equal number of heli guys and airplane guys. We had events, we had contests. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a good time. But any weekend I go down there, man, I have so much fun. It's like a fun flight.
All right, well, Kevin, thanks for taking the time to talk.
Yes, sir.
We love you, baby. FEEFALL RC forever, man.
Planker channel, love it.
Planker channel. The Greek thought he was going to get out of town without talking to me, and there's a lot of children, immature children in the swap meet today. All right, so Perry, what'd you get?
Well, I got a 91 4-stroke, and this is the whole reason I came. I got it, good price, $75, 4-stroke, and then I got this one for $15, 4-stroke, but it's going to need some TLC.
And yeah.
Something to play around with. And I also got a 61 2-stroke. Almost like new. 85.
And this is what you came here for today.
Yeah, this is it. This is what I was looking for. Walked in, within 5 minutes I got it.
Is there any kind of pain relief I can give you since you have to ride home with Peter?
Carlos Molina.
Carlos, what do you got here, man? You got a lot of stuff. Tell us what you got.
Well, I got a UMX Mosquito, a Calypso, and a Icon A5. And I don't know.
This looks like a flight test plane. Is that what that is?
And it flies pretty good. I know a couple of people that do these, but we usually call it the mini dirt nap.
Let me ask you something. Did you come here for any of this?
Always. No, I think we've been coming here. Well, Mike over here, he's my sidekick. Come here, Mike. Oh, Mike doesn't want to come. But
Mike's too good looking to appear on camera. He doesn't want to make us guys look bad. So thanks for that.
Yeah. So I've been coming here, I would say 5 or 7 years now.
Boxers or briefs?
Oh, well, it depends on the weather, but
Are you saying you don't know or you don't want to say?
I would say sometimes briefs, sometimes boxers.
Okay. Well, did you have a good time today?
Pretty good. Good time.
I appreciate you taking the time to stay in here and talk to this idiot. So thank you so much. Okay.
Don't tell my wife where I was.
I was just going to ask you, does she know you're here?
I told her I was coming to sell stuff.
You're selling BS is what you're selling.
Oh, she bought it. More importantly.
Thank you so much. He was trying to get out without talking to me, but I grabbed his ankles and I brought him down. We have Eric Williams.
It was painful.
District 2 Vice President. How are you?
Excellent.
So, were you here in official capacity today, or are you just one of the vendors?
No, absolutely. As an official capacity, I've been coming down to the Adams Swap Meet for, I guess this would be year 5 or 6. And I was at the first event, and a fantastic event. And I love coming to these events because that's where you get an opportunity to talk to the members, as opposed to, you're out flying at an event and having a good time.
Well, I see you have a whole table of, or did I misunderstand?
No. What we have is we have an estate of a modeler that passed away.
Oh.
And so we're working to help in that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So since this is a comedy channel, you're going to have to answer some really stupid questions.
Well, I'm good at giving stupid answers.
So how about, and I'm stupid, so I listen stupid. So you remember back in the day when you had the desert island mix for music, if you were on a desert island, what songs you would bring with you, right? So since you're an RC modeler, and you're doing the desert island list, so you got to make some choices. So what would it be? Airplane, helicopter, multi-rotor?
It would be airplane.
Balsa or foam?
Balsa.
Balsa. Electric, glow, or gas?
Can't say all of the above, huh? I guess it would have to be gas.
Okay, you're doing good so far. There's a test at the end. Boxers or briefs?
Oh, thong doesn't count.
Pardon?
Thong doesn't count.
You're the first one, so I don't know. I think we'll give you bonus points for that.
I wanted to give you a crazy answer. I would say briefs.
Okay.
Let's get a little personal.
All right. So if you were traveling at the speed of light and you turned your headlights on, would they do anything?
Would they do anything? I forget which way it is, but as you...
The fact that you're even thinking about this is funny. It's funny.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll fix this in editing.
Okay. Yeah. Thank God.
So Eric, District 2 is pretty much humming along. Things seem well.
It is.
Any surprise announcements you could tell us about?
Well, not yet. We've had some challenges over the past year, as you well know. We've had this situation with the temporary flight restrictions because of President Trump's visits in the Bedminster, New Jersey area, and we're working on that. And we're very hopeful that we'll have a good resolution to it, but nothing yet to announce on that. This year, the district is going to be working on helping clubs and focusing on clubs because that's really where model aviation starts, is at the clubs and helping clubs build their membership, their community relationships, and just in operating their clubs. And I think that's the best thing we can do as AMA officers and as vice president is supporting to help the clubs.
Supporting the club's efforts to grow.
Absolutely.
So we've got, it's not long before the AMA Expo East in Secaucus. I'm excited about that. I guess we'll see you there, right?
Absolutely. Oh, of course. It's my district. I've been going to, back when that date is when the Rams held their Ram show, going there since late 70s, early 80s to that weekend. And so, and this I think we're at the 50th year.
Well, this is the second year that it went from the Ram to the AMA. The transition, was that tough? Was that difficult?
No, not in respect from transitioning from the Rams to AMA. The Rams realized that they've done a lot of great things for so many years, but it's tough putting on an event like that. It requires a lot of manpower. That's a very professional show they were putting on, and they got to a point where they just said, you know what, we just want to sit back and enjoy model aviation, and that's great. And they gave AMA the opportunity to utilize that date in that location. So it was.
I know, and I think I don't know if you and I spoke about this last year, but somewhere I got the idea that the last year, well, it was maybe a little lean on vendors, perhaps, and that it was expanding. And when I looked at the vendor list for this year, it looks like that's exactly what's happened. We got a lot of big companies coming in, and did it fill up?
Well, I don't have the latest list, so I can't report on that. But I can tell you that my understanding is Hobby King is coming with they'll be at several locations, at several different booths at the AMA Expo East. So we're looking forward to that. A couple of things we have to understand is that AMA really only had about 3 months to put together Expo East, and it takes a year.
You mean last year?
Yes, last year, and it takes a year to put one of those together. But it was part of that was the good track record that the Rams had in that location, and some things that they previously set up and the arrangement with the facility and so forth. So it made it a little easier. It wasn't 100% from scratch, but it was awful close. And so because of that, some of our vendors weren't even aware that there was going to be a show. So they had very short notice to know to come, but they did. And we're very appreciative for their support. And a lot of them said, wow, we're coming back next year. And I've got to tell you that the swap area was actually gangbusters for the swap shop.
I mean, a lot of the guys on the ground that I talk to around here in the northeast section where we are here, they kind of feel, I feel it too. We feel left out from a lot of the cool stuff. There's a lot of big shows and things, and it's always somewhere else. And so this is our time to, and so now we've got, like I said, you got some big companies coming. You've got Horizon, Hobby King, Extreme Flight, Ready Made. There's a bunch of folks, so should be a good time. I'm going to let you go. I know you got to clean up, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. And please stop by and say hello. Love to talk.
Thanks
to
for taking the time.
Thank you.